Imagine walking on a golden sand beach, with the sun caressing your skin, surrounded by mountains that seem to touch the sky. Now add something completely unexpected to this scene: absolute freedom. In Montenegro, one of the most fascinating countries in the Balkans, there's a tradition that leaves anyone arriving here for the first time speechless. Naturist beaches are not just tolerated, they're an integral part of the local culture. And Montenegrin women? They are among the most beautiful in Europe, with a natural beauty that mixes Slavic and Mediterranean features in a truly extraordinary blend. But wait, because what I'm about to tell you goes far beyond appearances. Where exactly is this hidden paradise located? Montenegro is a small jewel nestled in the Balkan Peninsula, facing the Adriatic Sea. It borders Croatia to the west, Bosnia and Herzegovina to the northwest, Serbia to the northeast, Kosovo to the east, and Albania to the southeast. Despite its small size, about 13,800 square kilometers, this country holds a variety of landscapes that would take the breath away from even the most experienced traveler. Its strategic position makes it a perfect bridge between Western and Eastern Europe, a crossroads of cultures that have left their indelible mark for centuries. The geography that will make you fall head over heels in love. Get ready to discover a territory that looks like it came straight out of a fantasy movie. The Montenegrin coast stretches for about 293 kilometers along the Adriatic, with beaches that alternate between fine sand and pebbles smoothed by the sea. But the real spectacle begins when you move away from the coast. The Dinaric Alps dominate the interior with peaks exceeding 2,500 meters, creating a breathtaking contrast with the deep blue of the sea. Durmitor, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is home to deep canyons and primeval forests where time seems to have stood still. And then there is Lake Skadar, the largest in the Balkans, a unique ecosystem that hosts over 270 species of birds. But there is something even more special that makes Montenegro unique, and I am about to reveal it to you. The Bay of Kotor, and Europe's best-kept secret. The Bay of Kotor is considered by many to be the southernmost fjord in Europe, although technically it is a ria, a submerged river valley. This labyrinth of turquoise bays surrounded by dizzying mountains has been the scene of epic battles, Venetian intrigues, and legendary love stories. The city of Kotor, with its medieval walls climbing the mountain for over 4 kilometers, is an architectural masterpiece that attracts visitors from all over the world. But here's the detail that few people know. In Montenegro, beauty is not just in the landscape. Montenegrin women are famous throughout Europe for their impressive height, aristocratic features, and that intense gaze that seems to tell centuries of history. The average female height here is among the highest on the continent. The culture of freedom that has deep roots. Now we come to the point that made you click on this video. In Montenegro, naturism is a completely normal and accepted practice. We are not talking about transgression or seeking scandal, but about a tradition rooted in the Yugoslav culture of the 70s and 80s. Beaches like Bojana, a river island at the mouth of the Bojana River, are famous throughout Europe as first-class naturist destinations. Here you can walk freely without clothes, surrounded by unspoiled nature and people who have chosen to live this experience in complete serenity. But it's not just this. Montenegro has developed a culture of acceptance of the human body that is envied by many more progressive countries. And Montenegrin women, with their confidence and naturalness, perfectly embody this spirit of freedom, the traditions that make this people so special. Montenegrins are proud warriors with an ancient code of honor, Kajstvo I Janastvo, which means humanity and heroism, is the fundamental principle of their culture. This people has never been completely conquered, not even by the Ottoman Empire, always maintaining a fierce independence. Montenegrin women share this pride. They have historically been respected as warriors and political decision-makers, a rarity in the Balkans. Even today, gender equality in Montenegro is surprisingly advanced compared to many European countries. But wait, because there's another surprise that will completely change your perception of this country. The cuisine and the Mediterranean mountain lifestyle. Montenegro offers a cuisine that blends Mediterranean and Balkan flavors in an explosion of authentic tastes. Njaguski Prasut, smoked ham from the village of Njagusi, is considered one of the best in the world. Fresh Adriatic fish is prepared with recipes handed down by generations of fishermen. And then there are the mountain cheeses, wild honey, and Vranic wine, a full-bodied red that tells the strong character of this land. But the true wealth of Montenegro lies in its approach to life. Here, people work to live, they don't live to work. Human relationships take absolute priority, and this is reflected in the legendary hospitality of the Montenegrins. Budva, Sveti Stefan, and the pearls of the Adriatic coast. Budva is the capital of Montenegrin tourism, with its Venetian old town overlooking spectacular beaches. At night, the city transforms into a paradise for nightlife lovers, with beach clubs attracting international DJs. But the real jewel is Sveti Stefan, an island resort connected to the mainland by a narrow isthmus. This ancient fisherman's fortress has been transformed into a luxury hotel where celebrities like Sophia Loren and Kirk Douglas have stayed. Its pink beaches are among the most photographed in the Mediterranean. And here we come to a crucial point. On many of these beaches, topless is completely normal and accepted, part of that culture of freedom that permeates the whole country. Montenegro, in the heart of Europe and the world. This small country has become one of the trendiest destinations in Europe. Investors from all over the world are discovering its potential, while the most sophisticated travelers choose it to escape the mass tourism of Croatia or Greece. Montenegro offers everything you could desire. Crystal clear sea, majestic mountains, perfectly preserved medieval towns, and, yes, that unique freedom that allows you to live your vacation exactly as you wish. The government has invested heavily in promoting sustainable tourism, protecting the environment while developing modern infrastructure. The result? A country that manages to be both wild and sophisticated at the same time. Why Montenegro is winning the hearts of travelers. The truth is that Montenegro offers something that is becoming increasingly rare in Europe: authenticity. Here you can still find deserted beaches even in the middle of summer, mountain villages where time seems to have stopped in the Middle Ages, and genuine people who welcome you like an old friend. Montenegrin women perfectly embody this spirit. They are beautiful, certainly, but it is their confidence, their independence, and their attachment to traditions that make them truly special. And that freedom to live one's body without shame on nature's beaches is only the most visible expression of a culture that values authenticity above all else. The bright future of an ancient nation. Montenegro is walking the fine line between modernization and the preservation of traditions. Entry into the European Union, expected in the coming years, will bring new opportunities but also challenges. However, the Montenegrins have shown over the centuries that they know how to maintain their identity through every storm. This is a country where you can ski in the morning and swim in the Adriatic Sea in the afternoon, where you can explore 13th century Orthodox monasteries and then relax on a beach where freedom is the rule. It is a place where natural beauty merges with human beauty in perfect harmony. So, from which city or country are you watching this video? Write it in the comments below. I want to know how far these curiosities about Montenegro have reached. What do you think of this extraordinary country? Would you like to visit it? And remember, if you like this video, click the hype button next to the like button. It's completely free, but it helps us a lot to grow the channel and bring you more and more interesting content. Thank you so much for this gesture. And don't forget to click one of the recommended videos that appear on the screen. We have prepared other incredible curiosities about the most fascinating countries in the world that will leave you speechless.